The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2023 to Narges Mohammadi for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran and her fight to promote human rights and freedom for all.
Even as she remains behind bars, Iranian activist Narges Mohammadi has been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her fight against the oppression of women. Mohammadi has long campaigned for women's rights and for the abolition of the death penalty, but it has come at a huge personal cost. Mohammadi is currently serving multiple sentences in a jail in Tehran and has been banned from seeing her family.
This Nobel Peace Prize will open a door for Narges' motive in fighting for human rights. It will make her fearless. But most importantly, this prize is given for the movement of Masa. Women, life, freedom. Narges is one of the faces of this movement that is receiving it. This prize actually belongs to the people of Iran, in particular those fighting for human rights, and all those that are working for democracy and civil movements in Iran. From one side, for Narges, this prize will increase her responsibility and will make her braver and more fearless in freedom, democracy and human rights, and in particular for civil equality.
But Narges Mohammadi has refused to be silenced.
Hello to my colleagues and friends in Amnesty. Today I can send this video message to you, and without your protection, it wouldn't have been possible. I hope one day to be able to tell you that execution have stopped in Iran and that women in my country have got their rights and that we have a better human rights situation in Iran. My goal is to achieve peace and human rights. I am determined to try more than before. I'm sure with our efforts, perseverance in Iran, and with your human rights colleagues' protections, we will win. All together for peace and human rights.
According to the Norwegian Nobel Committee, the Iranian regime has arrested Mohammadi 13 times, convicted her 5 times, and sentenced her to a total of 31 years in prison and 154 lashes. The Nobel Committee hopes Iran will release Mohammadi so that she can attend the prize ceremony in December.
We know that she was, I think, given an additional 1-year sentence, which she is serving. We and other parts of the UN human rights system have repeatedly called for her release. I think it's important to stress that what has happened today really highlights how women in Iran are fighting for their rights, but indeed for the rights of all Iranians, and that must be something that is saluted and welcomed.
Iran has witnessed a wave of anti-hijab protests after the death of young activist Mahsa Amini in the hands of the morality police last year. Soon after the 1-year anniversary of Amini's death, Iran's parliament passed a draconian new legislation imposing much harsher penalties on women who breach hijab rules.
What is absolutely clear is that the women of Iran have been a source of inspiration for the world. We've seen their courage and determination in the face of reprisals, intimidation, violence, and detention. This courage, this determination has been remarkable. They've been harassed for what they do or don't wear. There are increasingly stringent legal, social, and economic measures against them. So we would absolutely say that this really is something that really highlights the courage and determination of the women of Iran and how they are an inspiration to the world.
Narges Mohammadi is only the 19th woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize in its 122-year history.